Hi everyone, I'm back again with another comparison for you guys. This was supposed to come to you back in November. However, life got really chaotic really fast. My mother's health declined rapidly. She went to the hospital and then to hospice, where unfortunately she passed due to complications from congestive heart failure, November 18th. The day before she passed, my son left for California for boot camp because after he graduated back in May, he joined the U.S. Marine Corps. Next month, we'll be flying out to San Diego to watch him graduate and become a Marine officially. We're very proud of him and super excited for that. But my son and my mother were not here for the holidays, so I didn't celebrate the holidays. I didn't even celebrate my birthday this month. Also, all throughout 2025, after my husband's diagnosis in April, he's been undergoing chemotherapy and radiation, so I'm hoping that 2026 will be the year my husband is cancer-free and remains cancer-free for eternity. Mote that be. So that's the reason for the delay, guys. And without further ado, we'll get started. Today we're comparing the Chanel Grande Shopping Tote, or Grande Shopper Tote, GST for short. Drop down below in the comments which one you think is authentic or replica. If you guess the one with the silver hardware is the replica, you are correct. I purchased the authentic and gold hardware a few years ago from the Chanel boutique. It was my first brand new Chanel bag from the boutique, but before I invested that amount of money, I wanted to take it for a test run, so I purchased the replica from one of my best friends, Pre-Loved. It didn't come with a card or a dust bag, but I've had replica Chanel bags before, and I can tell you that with the card, now this is the authentic card. And I'm not going to show you the other side because it has the serial number in gold foil stamping, and I don't want to expose the serial number of my authentic bag. But the serial number sticker inside the bag matches the serial number on the other side of this card. And the numbers on the other side, as well as this trim around the card, is done in a metallic gold. The authentic card, when you move it around, it should just remain metallic gold. But when you move a replica card around, and like I said, I don't currently have a replica card, but I've had before. But there will be a rainbow iridescent hue reflecting off of the metallic gold. You will not find that rainbow iridescent hue reflecting off of the metallic gold on the authentic card. So that's one way you can tell the difference. I'm not going to show the serial numbers, the stickers. I can tell you that the replica serial number sticker doesn't look anything like the authentic. There's a website called Lollipuff. It's a wonderful resource for information on authentic Chanel and Louis Vuitton bags, and they have a wonderful tutorial there on Chanel serial number stickers, so I highly suggest you check that out if you want to learn more about authenticating Chanel serial number stickers. So both bags measure exactly the same. The authentic looks a little taller than the replica, but the replica is more used. Both bags measure 12 inches in length, 9 inches in height, 5 inches in width or depth. The handle drop is 9 inches exactly on both. Even the chain from ring to ring on both of these bags measures approximately 5 inches. The rings themselves measure 1.25 inches in diameter. You can't really tell unless you have them side by side, but the authentic ring is a little thicker than the replica. The quilting on the authentic is deeper, so it gives the illusion that the CC logo stitched on the front of the bag appears skinnier than the replica, but on the replica it's actually just flatter. They are the same size, I measured them, but the quilting is more pronounced. It's puffier on the authentic. Now, over time, the puffiness of authentic quilting will relax. It will become flatter with use. And I don't know if this is from use or not. The replica is older and more used. It's more relaxed, but I'm not sure if the slightly faded black color is from sun exposure, more use, or if it was just never as rich as the black leather on the authentic. But the authentic bag definitely feels softer and much more luxurious on the leather. The inside of the bags are pretty much identical. I left the plastic on the zipper pulls because, you know, I just saw no need to take it off. I want to keep them scratch free and nobody sees that but me anyway. So both bags have the zipper pocket in the middle, and the zipper measures 9 inches across for both. The zipper pulls are the same size, but even though they're stamped CC on one side and Chanel on the other, this is just smooth, high polish inside the letters as well as out. And this one also has a smooth, high polish finish. However, if you notice inside of all of the stamping, inside of all of the letters, I don't know if that really shows on camera or not, but it is a textured finish inside of the letters on the authentic. Now, it is not textured inside the letters on the replica. A very small discrepancy, but you know, you have to pay attention to every little detail, because even though handmade authentic bags made by different people with different batches of materials at different times and locations can vary slightly, usually Chanel's pretty consistent with things like hardware, because I have here a zipper pull that came out of my, I mean, it's so used that the zipper snapped off here. This was from my authentic travel line tote, and the letters inside of this one, it's not covered in plastic, so you should see this better. There is a textured finish inside of the letters. Now, this is not a high polish finish zipper pull like the GST, because this was a different model bag, but even still, the letters all have like a frosted texturing inside. Now, I can't say for sure if that's true of all Chanel bags, but so far, all the ones that I've seen, the authentic has the textured letters inside. So that is a discrepancy. The stamping inside the bags appears to be pretty close, however. Most replicas are stamped made in France. You'll see some authentics stamped made in France as well. This replica is stamped made in Italy. And my authentic bag is made in Italy. Okay. Now, the make of the bag is also a giveaway. Look at the sides. This one is more used, however, this is the case on most replicas where they're just not made as nice and neat. It's not as nicely tailored as it is on the authentic. And also the D-ring on the handle. That is much larger on the replica. Again, it's probably not something that you would notice out and about in passing, only whenever you have the two bags side by side. And the pockets on the back. The quilting pattern is pretty much spot on. In fact, I will say it is spot on for the replica. But it's a better quality leather. This is called caviar leather. It's got the pebbled texture to it. And it's very durable leather. Another comparison for you guys. Here, let me show you the authentic D-ring. If I can find it. Oh dear. I'm sorry, I don't remember which side it's on. But there is a where is it, guys? I'm fumbling now. Here we go. Okay, this is another one I would like to show you. There's the authentic clip from inside the bag. And pay attention to the shape and see the double rings, the little double ring detail at the base of that clip. Okay. Now, it was impossible to show you side by side with my replica clip, but I have another clip that came out of a replica bag, and it's from the same manufacturer, and I can tell you the clips are the same for both replica bags. So this is what the replica clip looks like. The lever is thicker. And there is no double ring detail at the base of the clip here. So, another minor detail, but an important discrepancy nonetheless. And I think that's pretty much it as far as the differences. At least that's all that I have noticed. If you notice something that I did not, feel free to point it out in the comments below. So I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Click like and subscribe if you did. And I hope you have a very happy, healthy 2026. Blessed be, guys.